The Cobalt Fallout protocol. As the New World Order consolidated its borders, a deadly radioactive dust storm settled over the dead zones. The Containment matrix reached critical density. They didn't fall back. They locked their containment seals, anchoring the matrix through the contaminated bedrock.
The Purge initialized. A supreme electromagnetic shockwave designed to ionize the toxic fallout and freeze the...
But the Empire of Soot refused to stay contained. Out of the radioactive mist came the
barrier breached. A devastating chemical blitz crashing head-on against the invulnerable defenses of the Cobalt grid.
The fallout loop is failing. The toxic radiation has penetrated our secondary containment fields, requesting immediate ground shock injection. The Vanguard retaliated with absolute force. White chrome squads canquet Kekdilo of sand and snow, fighting to hold the central transformer codes. Chemistry does not negotiate. The Overlord's machines dissolved their advanced alloys like ice in an apocalyptic toxic storm. Kinetic impact. The sky answered with the wrath of a split atom, crushing the industrial stronghold into a flat mirror of glass.
My fortress is broken. The orbital grid is active. Release the final subterranean reserves. If they want this planet, then we will poison the ice.
The main core is poisoned. A toxic alternative history legacy raised to choke the New World before the Matrix can ever expand. They built their empire on displacement and pollution, carving up a new world. But they forgot that when the sun broke through the fallout, nothing remained but a total cosmic stalemate. The Cobalt Fallout thickens, but the nuclear winter faces a multi-dimensional current grid. Choose your alliance in the comments below. Subscribe to unlock Chapter 10, Video 5. The ancient structures became tactical strongholds, fortified to prevent the distortion fields from cascading across the planetary network. Subsectors were locked into static time loops, isolating the core mechanisms from the weaponized fallout expanding outside. To maintain the chronological barrier, the Alliance sacrificed the entire output of their orbital reactors, feeding the Matrix everything they had left.
Silo breach in Grid 9. The Eastern Vanguard has deployed heavy combustion munitions to sever our secondary power lines.
Hold the line stable. If the main current collapses before the Matrix locks, the entire timeline will reset to zero.
When dawn broke across the red frontier, the lines of science remained unbroken, holding the space vacuum at bay.
The siege sequence was absolute, coordinated across multiple automated divisions to strike the core grid simultaneously.
Move through the blind zones. The quantum sensors cannot track our armor through the heavy sand fallout.
Load the secondary combustion payload. Target the primary dome support arches. The mechanical squadrons deployed. Iron monsters fueled by chemical fury, charging directly into the western perimeter. Total impact. The defense forces answered with absolute force, detonating the Iron Vanguard in a single second. The weapon is obsolete. The chemical dust is dissolving the internal quantum fuel rods. Fall back to the trench. The outer lines collapsed. The Iron Hunters reclaimed the canyon floor, forcing a total blackout across the sector.
The signal is blinded. The chemical cloud has blocked our connection to the mainframe ship. We are entirely isolated.
Quantum discharge. The West answered with absolute fire, vaporizing the landing Vanguard in a single blinding instant.
They think their orbital grid makes them kings of space. But the Earth still belongs to the elements. Release the secondary reserves.
If they want total war, then we will poison the sky until their new sun goes dark forever.
The sky was poisoned. The chemical armada launched its final deterrent, preparing to choke the quantum eyes of the West. When the sun broke through the fallout, nothing remained but a landscape of displacement glass and chemical ash. The quantum frontier ended not in victory, but in a divided world, a cold peace maintained by the fear of absolute global extinction. They built their peace on atoms and chemicals, but they forgot that the core they thought they did.
The quantum frontier concludes, and the final resurgence begins. Choose your side in the comments below.
The interception was live. The Eastern remnants deployed their fastest tactical aircraft to breach the Western airspace grid, flood the secondary combustion pipes, push the speed past the absolute line of structural tolerance.
Barrier breached. The chemical vanguard pierced the invulnerable Western shield with raw, mechanical force.
A catastrophic strike. The Western surveillance node was erased in a single blinding instant of toxic combustion. When the smoke cleared, the frontier was compromised. The lines of current had snapped, leaving the Western capital exposed to the incoming shadow.
Orbital telemetry stabilized. The Space Vanguard secured the planetary perimeter, prepared to deploy the next matrix node.
A multi-dimensional core framework operating independent of external mass, creating an invulnerable energy shield across the installation. Subterranean contact. The enemy has bypassed our geological scanners, breaching the perimeter defense lines from below.
Engage the primary kinetic anchors. Drive the Vanguard directly into their central communications grid.
The shadow of the old world occupied the cosmos, a monumental testament to mankind's refusal to perish in the ash.
Production lines were overcharged, mass-producing the specialized combustion munitions required to neutralize the Western code fields.
The refinery tower is compromised. Toxic fluid has breached the clean water line. Containment is failing.
The secondary authorization stabilized, mapping the entire Fallout zone to prevent a total reactor meltdown across the sector.
Secure the secondary power lines. Do not let the chemical suit ground the central current matrix before the fallout clears.
Direct discharge in Quadrant 8. The invading armor division is completely melting under the absolute weight of the Fallout shockwave.
Cobalt Fallout Purge complete. Main current tracks are locked and stable. Total sector secured under Alliance jurisdiction.
When the sun broke through the radioactive dust, the stronghold of the New World Order stood secure. The bedrock was scarred, but the matrix was unbroken.